sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Midwest. The echoes of the Gallahorn and the Skull chant reverberate inside U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go from U.S. Bank Stadium. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
And after studying this quarterback, Mike, I really like the way he carries himself. He really takes accountability. Every time there's something that goes wrong, he puts it on his shoulders. And every time there's success, he's always the first one to give it to everybody else. That's the kind of leadership role you're looking for out of this position, and I think this guy's a great example of it. You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
He connects with Jordan Addison. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 7.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? In motion, it's Jefferson. To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. He's going to have the 1st down and more. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. A big play for Minnesota. 32 yards. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And he will get into the end zone. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. His 4th TD grab of the season. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
Now, the former Vol, Dylan Sampson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
9.
Play clock nearly expires as they set up to throw. He's got room at the 30. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. It is a big play for the Browns. 39 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
On the draw, it's Sampson. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
He's got his big tight end. Brendan Strayed. Touchdown, Cleveland. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
That extra point was good.
The tight end using the middle of the field. I got a tight end next to me who's caught 60 NFL touchdowns, knows how to operate down in those spaces.
And that was my favorite place to operate, Mike. I always had this rule. The closer you got to the middle of the field, the worse they got at defending the pass. So that's where I wanted to work, and that's where this guy was working and leads himself to a touchdown.
This will be returned from the 6. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Vikings offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. He'll run. This is Mason. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick this up with a jet sweep. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
Bradley Pinion in punt formation.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Browns offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point this season. A run with the former Buckeye, Quinshon Judkins. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and.
Let's go now. Look at my team. Dragon 60. Happy Street. Happy Street.
Back to throw. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
19 Sergeant, 19 Sergeant.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got a man. It's Bannon. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup at 5, but it will keep the drive going.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. 4 from the Twin Cities. in a moment. Start of the second. Browns in control of the football as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Fix the Eagles, fix the Eagles.
Running left is Judkins. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Now they'll set up to throw. There's a short one. He's got Strange. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. This is caught at 2. And he's in. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Browns.
This is kind of the feast or famine anytime a defensive coordinator dials up a man pressure. And when you don't get home, it just puts so much stress on your secondary, Mike. They feel like they're out there defending their man for an eternity. And quarterback had his opportunity to find his matchup, good protection up front, and they just couldn't hold up in coverage long enough, and they give up a big touchdown.
Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Vikings offense ready for this next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Not much happening there, just a short game.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd down, they need 5. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
On the move, past the 40. Still going inside the 20. And he will go all the way. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Browns offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. They've been able to move the ball with relative ease. Their first couple of possessions, both ending in touchdowns, but still they find themselves tied as they start with the ball again here on 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it'll bring up second down. He'll drop to throw. On the quick slant, that's Judy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It is a big play for the Browns. 31 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's a give, left side, that's Sampson. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Vikings will have great field position right around midfield.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
Second and inches.
At the Browns' 41-yard line.
That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And the Vikings.
First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. A quick toss into the hands of Addison. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3.
Second and 7.
Second and 7 at the 19-yard line.
To throw once more. Here's McCarthy. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And on third down, that ball incomplete. On fourth down, it's Will Riker time for this Viking field goal. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. Riker's kick is good. And the Vikings get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The Browns offense headed back to take over once more. They try to establish some tempo, as they start this one with 1st and 10.
On the jump.
They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it is Strange. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
He's had a lot of success throwing the ball early. Look at the numbers. Already up over 200 passing yards. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone. That's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 76. Riggs. Check match. 70 Rangers.
Oh, he just does beat the play clock. As his a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he's going to set his guys up well. Nice return. The offense is going to have it just past the 40-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report. And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. From the 6, here comes a return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Browns offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And they finally bring him down, but he gets it to the red zone. Brings it inside the 20. A big one there to start the second half. It's a gain of 49. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. He'll look to throw. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
It's not often you see a pass that's out of the reach of this guy. I mean, 50-50 balls tend to go his favor more often than not, but this one kind of gets away from him just a little bit and falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
That is caught. And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back. So holding is the call. And take that touchdown off the board. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Now, faking the give. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Browns have tied it at 17. So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. The Vikings offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On play action, here's McCarthy. Forced out left. He's going to tuck it and go.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 5. A run. And here's Mason. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Isaiah McGuire up for the stop.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
He'll try to run for it. And McCarthy's going to get down and pick up the 1st down. Good, smart play with the slide by JJ.
Gain on the play. And the Vikings, 1st down.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in the second half. That grab gets them a first down. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. To the left side here, caught by Addison. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 13, pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another first down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To the air once more is McCarthy. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Mason Brown getting in to record his 9th sack of the year.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. He'll find the rookie from UCLA. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down. On the ground is Mason. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case,
to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Vikings. Riker now to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Vikings will go up by 7. Riker out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Open right side. That strains the tight end. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
Going deep downfield for Judy. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. He'll find his tight end. It's Spring. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he will score! Touchdown, Cleveland.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and That's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Right back to him on first down. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 6. In motion, it's Jefferson. On second down, here's McCarthy. On a short one taken by Hawkinson. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And the Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To throw, it's McCarthy. No chance at all. He'll go down. Carson Schlesinger getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
To the outside, and he's got Jefferson. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Slot man in motion left. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. They'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 16-yard line.
They're going to put a man in motion to the right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
A 1-yard gain brings up third and 6.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
Fourth down.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll start it here with a first and 10. Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And a good run there to get him 5 yards. From 29, here's second and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. has the catch. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it. Over 300 yards passing in this one.
Come on. Move it, my feet.
To the air now on 1st and 10. His throw left is complete with Judy. From the 38 now, here is 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 60 Eagles. 6.
He'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Catch left side is made by Higgins.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
That's another Browns 1st down. A gain of 9 yards. And the Browns.
They'll run here. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. This one caught at the 4. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Touchdown! They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This game has certainly not been for the faint of heart, Mike. I mean, we've been riding the ups and downs the entire time, but what a job by this offense. Game on the line to find a way to score and take the lead with very little time remaining.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. He's going to let this one go deep. going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's